Welcome to Denton, Texas, home of the North Texas Mean Green, and the fans have been waiting since early this morning for the clash we have in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from Conference USA, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Aggies offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
2nd down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
First down for the offense. To the ground with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Got his man on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Now improvising. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. North Texas has it going to work with another 1st down. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Trying to get to it. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with it.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Cook. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
Makes a catch down the right side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Aggies have their offense in high gear. Now they'll run it on the toss. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football particularly.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt. Texas sends the offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Cherry. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Leaves it with the running back. Bulls his way forward. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, North Texas!
I know this offense had some question marks coming into the year with respect to who would be catching touchdowns in the offense. I think they may have found their guy. This guy had a TD in their first game. He has another one here. Right now, he's been a matchup problem for opposing defenses.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma State is ahead early. But that's not exactly Barry Sanders or Thurman Thomas out there. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Cook. Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to take off.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you...
And they got him for the sack.
Well, that's not what you wanted to have happen offensively, right? Second and inches, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. You go past, you get sacked, and now you got to come up with a big catch and throw to just stay on the field.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Cherry. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. First down here for the offense. Movement here from the tight end. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Floyd. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. North Texas really has it going on offense. Going up top on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The give on the inside. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man, it's Fuentes. Lets it go to the end zone, and the ball is intercepted. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last big. Going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They'll go to the toss. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes his connection. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. He'll let one go down the right side. Touchdown, Aggies! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on him.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff cover. At the 17. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. To the air, it's Fuentes. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. North Texas will have to punt it away.
Texas A&M.
They'll get down and put a stop
To the 32.
mark it at the 32. The offense set for a first down play. They'll toss it to the left. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Aggies racing to the line in a hurry-up. On second down, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. That's a live ball. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
A timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Still running at the 40. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. North Texas will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Boy, they had a chance to down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll try to get outside. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field.
Going for the big play. And that pass picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Denton than you have for what's been a fun first half? And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be... North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break in.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants to take the top off. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Trying to get the corner. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Back to throw. It's Cook. Forced out of the pocket. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. And they fumbled the thing out of bounds, but they maintained possession, but it'll be right at the previous line of scrimmage. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying.
He's off to the races. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up by 38 over the Sharks. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. It's a draw. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, it's Mayo. That nifty return set to negates some of the yardage on the punt. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. At the 45, on his way. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right team, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Dropping back, it's Cook. It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Catch in the middle, it's Cherry. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Fuentes. He unleashes a long one. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. Ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Toss sweep to the left. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Everett. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. He'll throw it. He's right on target. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies into the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Barrels ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And they swarm him under.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to try to run the football down here close to the end zone, just not able to punch it in on that last 3rd down attempt. So now they've got 4th down at the 2-yard line.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. They're on the left hash. He'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
Texas A&M 31, North Texas 10.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to stop at the 19. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Dropping back, it's Fuentes. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. North Texas in the hurry up. Wants to throw on third. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's going to pass. Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They'll line up for a second down play.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Buys a little time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mean Green. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense since the opening kickoff.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. Try to get it to the edge. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They'll run the toss. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
At the 23, it's 3rd down.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A&M comes back out with another first down. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.